I've been really bad. Hi guys, and welcome to a new Camp NaNo update. So today I'm not going to give you the last update of Camp NaNo. I'm going to do the one before the last, which is the time where I was really bad. So I sort of had to catch up, and then I didn't write for 4 days. The 5th day I write. I'm going to show you the graph, so let me put the graph on and show that to you. So no writing for 4 days, and then I just wrote like less than 200 words, no writing for 2 more days, then a very small amount, and then like for a few days I just wrote like very tiny amounts, and then I had to do the big catch-up. So I was really bad because I don't really know why. Like, part of it was I didn't know what to do with my character. I think the fact that I actually finished my novel and had to start on a new one to be able to reach the word count for Nano didn't help so much. So I was just so not into it anymore. Like, I really wanted to get the story going because the series was actually supposed to be a novel, so the story going was the thing that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to write that second novel, but the thing is, the beginning of it was really easy because I know exactly where I started from. I know like the beginning of a novel is generally really easy to do for me. Like, just start a new story. It's like always introducing new characters, introducing new places, making sure your character is doing what she's supposed to do, and kind of like drawing the line of the story, kind of showing where it's going to go. So for me that part is really easy. But then when that's done, I arrive at this point where things get a bit more complicated and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. So yeah, I ended up not writing. And then the thing is, it's like inertia, you know, like it's very easy to keep moving when you're in motion, but once you stop, it's difficult to go back at moving. And basically that's what happened to me. Like, I wasn't writing and I was like, yeah, I need to write, I didn't write that day. Oh, I'm gonna write tomorrow, that's going to be awesome, and I'm gonna write about this, that, and I still didn't do it. And that lasted for a while, and I had this doll show stuff coming, so I went to the doll show and I'm like, yeah, once the doll show is past, it's in 2 days, once it's past, I can go back and write a lot. But after that, I couldn't write anymore. So there was like this thing, like my inertia was gone and I didn't know what to write. And I was also a little bit depressed. Like, I felt like whenever I wrote, a lot of anger came out in my story. And the first book has a lot of that, like my character are arguing a lot, and somehow I didn't want the second book to be like that. Like, Bronnie is supposed to be a nice character. She's really hard in a way because she's not going to tell, like, she is always right, sort of, like in her mind she's always right, and so she is going to argue with anyone who disagrees with her. But if she's wrong, because she's always right but she's wrong sometimes, she has no problem apologizing. But I was in this place where she was arguing with everyone and pissed at everyone, and I knew it's because of what she did. She just broke up with her boyfriend and left her house to do what she had to do, but she was sort of mad at herself. And this always came out as anger directed toward other characters. And so in the second book, I knew she still had this sort of issue, and I know I still have to deal with that. But I didn't want her to come out as a character who is always going to take it on the other person in the room. So when she met the first character, and something so bad happens that she has to argue with a person again, it sort of pissed me off because I wanted her to end up with a friend in there. So I made her move. She went to see 2 other new characters. And the way the conversation was going, she was again starting to get annoyed at this character. And so I don't know if it's like I at this moment I didn't know if the anger she was coming out with was like deeper issues that I have as a writer, or if it was really Brownie expressing herself in the writing as a character. So that sort of depressed me. I had to try and figure out what the hell was going on in me, like why was I so pissed off? And I had to deal with why Brownie was so pissed off. And so I didn't write for a while because of that, because I just didn't really want to face the facts that maybe it wasn't my character, maybe I was writing myself in the story. And so I had to go back and think a lot about everything, and so I didn't write for a few days. Like I was writing like 100 words, 200 words, it was really a pain. And then I had this like click, and I figured out what she was supposed to do, and I could manage to do the big huge catch up. And I think I wrote about 9,000 words that day. I wrote overnight, I didn't sleep, which is also really bad. So I'm really bad on a lot of level, and yeah, basically that's what happened. So when you're going to see, like when you see the graph, it goes up, and then it's like no writing, and then you got this huge catch up and it's going up again. So that's basically what happened for me. And that's another thing I want to talk about is I told you before that I was writing 2,500 words a day, and that's basically my goal for every single Nano event or Juno event or Camp Nano or whatever. 2,500 is always my goal. And you can see that if I had been writing only 1,666 every day, I wouldn't have the ability, like when I stopped writing at that point, maybe I wouldn't have stopped writing because the story wouldn't have been as a thing, but if I stopped writing because I just didn't feel in the mood to write, I would have had to catch up a lot more words, and that might not have been possible. So always having extra words at the beginning is a very good idea. Like I'm always very happy because even if I didn't write for a few days, it took a few more days than that to actually have me behind on the word count. So that's another thing, like another proof that writing like a lot more words at the beginning is always valuable, just in case. Anyway guys, that's all for today's video. I'm going to have another one because I actually won NaNoWriMo. I won a few hours ago, so I'm going to have another video about the win, of course. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and to like it, give me your comment, and see you next time for something else. Have fun whatever you do. Bye!